Hey everybody, yes it has indeed been a while since I made a video. Don't worry, everything's fine. Pam and I had a party this past weekend celebrating our wedding. Pirate and ninja themed. As you can imagine, there was a couple of weeks in the process of planning and getting everything together and all the invitations. So, we've been busy. Fixing up the house too. Needed an excuse to finish painting the downstairs and installing new faucets and blah blah blah. Anyway, we went out to New York State, to a little town called Palmyra, visit some in-laws, and apparently Palmyra is where Mormonism got started. How about that? That's where Joseph Smith's farm actually was. It wasn't too far away from the hotel that we stayed at. There was maps and everything of how to get there. We didn't actually go, but in the hotel room, normally you find Bibles placed by the Gideons, so I took this one. They also had the Book of Mormon, which I've only read the first couple of pages in it. Usually not a good sign about the authenticity of a book if the first entire page is dedicated to how true the contents are. You shouldn't have to do a lot of convincing about the truthfulness of a book's contents. But anyway, what I wanted to go over, the actual contents of the first two chapters of Genesis. Normally, because I'm raised in a Jewish family, I'm used to seeing English on one side and then the original Hebrew on the other, and of course the book reads from right to left as opposed to left to right. So it is a bit odd reading a Christian Bible. Alright, so chapter 1 of Genesis, right? In the beginning God created the heaven and the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. Alright, light first. And God saw the light, and that it was good, and God divided the light and the dark. And God called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." And God made the firmament, and divided the waters from which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament, and it was so. God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and the morning were the second day. Alright. And God said, "Let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one place, and let the dry land appear." And so it was so. Alright. And God called the dry land earth, and the gathering together of the waters he called the seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth grass, the herb yielding seed, and the fruit tree yielding fruit after his kind, whose seed is in itself upon the earth." And it was so. And the earth brought forth grass, and herb yielding seed after his kind, and the tree yielding fruit, whose seed was in itself after his kind, and God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the third day. Alright, so, third day, God creates the land, and then vegetation upon it. And God said, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs, and for seasons, and for days, and for years." Okay, so now apparently he's making stars. "And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth," and it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He also made the stars. And God set them in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. Okay. So what have we got so far? We've got light and dark. We've got earth being created, then vegetation, and then after vegetation he makes the sun and the moon and the stars. After plants. Alright. Fourth day, and God said, "Let the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creature that hath life, and fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind, and God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, Be fruitful and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let fowl multiply in the earth." And the evening and the morning were the fifth day. Alright, fifth day. Sea creatures, air creatures. Done. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creature after his kind, cattle, and creeping thing, and beast of the earth after his kind." And it was so. And God made the beast of the earth after his kind, and cattle after their kind, and everything that creepeth upon the earth after his kind, and saw that it was good. And God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them. And God blessed them, and God said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth. And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree, in the which is the fruit of a tree yielding seed. To you it shall be for meat. And to every beast of the earth, and to every fowl in the air, and to every thing that creepeth upon the earth, wherein there is life, I have given every green herb for meat. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And the evening and the morning were the sixth day. So apparently, all land creatures, including man and woman at the same time, were all created on the sixth day. Alright? So you got that order down? Alright, chapter 2. There's some transition here. Describing the seventh day of how he rested. He makes the seventh day holy. Here. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth when they were created in the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens. And every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. But there went up a mist from the earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And the Lord God planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight, and good for food, the tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. And a river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted, and became into 4 heads. And it lists the names of the heads of the river, of the garden, and the name of the third river, blah blah blah. And the Lord God took the man, and put him into the garden of Eden to dress it, and to keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden thou mayst freely eat, but of the tree of knowledge, blah 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 blah. And the Lord God said, It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him an help meet for him. It's a bit clumsy. I'm sure it makes sense in Hebrew. And out of the ground the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every fowl of the air, and brought them unto Adam. Okay, that's the first time Adam is mentioned by name. To see what he would call them. And whatsoever Adam called every living creature, that was the name thereof. And Adam gave names to all the cattle, and to the fowl of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for Adam there was not found an help meet for him. And the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam. Ooh, anesthesia. And he slept, and he took one of his ribs, and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib, which the Lord God had taken for man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, This is now bone of my bones, and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Ooh, cleave unto his wife. That's sexy. And they were both naked, and the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. The point is that chapter 1 and chapter 2 have 2 different descriptions of the creation of the earth, in different orders. And that in one instance, man and all the land animals and woman are created at the same time, and in the other time man is created first, and then animals, and then they go through this rib operation to create woman. This is apparently inconsistent. It's a bit weird. If you've ever heard of anybody saying, oh, there's 2 creations in Genesis, well, there it is. It's just chapter 1 and 2. To me, as an untrained outsider, it looks like 2 different mythologies, 2 different creation stories have been mushed together rather clumsily, actually. They don't seem to flow. But that's what you would expect if the book is man-made.